Hey folks, so I have been thinking a lot about my modular system and trying to get it to swing a bit. Getting ready for a big show over the weekend, and so I'm adding some new gear and really kind of incorporating some ideas that I've been tooling around with for a while. I have been doing drum programming primarily from Pamela's new workout, which is a great clock source, and it can do all kinds of rhythmic patterns, Euclidean rhythms, and skipping beats, and randomized rhythms, and all kinds of fun stuff, different clock dividers. But it is very precise, and it can be a little metronomic. So what I've done is I've added this new Korg SQ-64 Sequencer. That'll give me the opportunity to go ahead and I can program different rhythms for the various different drums. And, so that's kind of nice. And it also can do swing and allow me to switch patterns and a whole bunch of other cool things. So anyway, here is a pattern as I have been, doing it. And this is, pretty straight ahead, no swing and no dynamics. I mean, it's kind of a cool pattern. The problem is if you listen to something like the hi-hat, every single hi-hat is exactly the same level with no variation. So it just doesn't really groove. So one of the cool things that I've done here is this has 3 instrument tracks, and each instrument track has 3 subtracks. A trigger for the rhythm, a pitch track, and a modulation track, which you can use for velocity. Now the 4th track, D, is for the drums, and I have up to 16 different drum tracks, 8 of which show up as CV trigger outputs here, and the other 8 through MIDI. So what I've done is I've taken the C tracks modulation track and programmed in a velocity pattern. And this is something I developed over time for each of the 16 steps in a in a bar. And I've modified those values a little bit, but essentially I'm taking that track there, running it through this splitter up here, and I've got these 2 tracks coming from the splitter, and I'm going to put them into a pair of VCAs that my drums are currently traveling through. And so what this is going to let me do is control with the velocity track the level of the VCA. It's instantly better. So here is the same pattern with some velocity. So if I pull the VCA CV out, here it is with no groove. And here it is with a little bit of accent on the beats and, ghosted notes on some of the offbeats. Instantly better. Now, the other thing that we can do with this Korg is we can add some swing, and I find that, a value of about 15 seems to be my sweet spot, sort of a half swing, not quite a full shuffle. And that's much better. And the other thing I can do, this is actually has 2 functions. The other function is a low pass gate. So let me put it in the low pass gate mode. And what that will do is actually leave the accented notes as they are, but it will filter out some of the ghosted notes. So there's a little bit of timbre change as well. Pretty subtle. Once again, here is just VCA mode. Everything stays always bright. And here's with some very subtle timbre changes. So once again, if I dial back the swing and I take this out of velocity control and I just run, here's the pattern I started with. Now it sounds very stiff and metronomic. We add in the accents and we pop in a little timbre change and we give it a little bit of swing. And now we have a modular rig that's grooving. Now the other thing I can do with this is I can take the gate from track 3 and I can run that into my touring machine. And so now that is swinging as well. And I've got up here a little sine melody that we're rocking with this. And the beautiful thing of it is I can adjust the swing back if I want to go straight, but still keep the velocities. Or I can swing it a lot. So that's a full shuffle.